It's quite a nice afternoon, or a little bit chilly, but I thought we would go out because I was talking about Psalm 23 and verse 4 about being in the valley of deep gloom. So we can understand this in two ways. One is that we're in darkness and we don't know which way to go, as the Jews were until Jesus came along, in which case the words of Zechariah, John the Baptist's father, will apply. And prophesying about John, he says, "It will be your task to tell his people how they may be saved, have their sins forgiven through the deep compassion of our God, which has graciously sent heaven's dawn to break upon us, to shine on those who sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, and to direct ourselves on the road that leads to peace." It's in Luke 1:79. I'll put some other verses in the comments. Jesus, of course, was the light that was going to explain to us which way to go, how to live our lives, why we're here, where we're going, and that there is hope. Gave us light at the end of the tunnel. The other problem with deep gloom is that a lot of danger exists in it. You can have lions, bears, or even worse, wolves in sheep's clothing. And that's the worst because it doesn't look dangerous. So how do you tell a wolf in sheep's clothing? Well, Jesus said that you can tell them by their fruits. That is, the results of what they do. Is it good or bad? Their policies, what does it end up in? Does it end up in goodness or harm? Do they follow God's lead? God lets the sun shine and he brings gentle rain upon the righteous and upon sinners. So do these wolves do that, or do they make false accusations? Do they harm you? Do they lord it over you and make your life a misery and make you ill? So hence we can tell the difference. So how does God get us out of this situation? Well, the psalmist goes on to say that he uses his rod and staff to comfort us. Now, the rod was used as a weapon. It can hit the wolf on the head and make it drop the sheep. Now, the problem with that is that the sheep is damaged. It is injured. It will have wounds, cuts and bruises, and will end up in scars. But the shepherd will take it, anoint it with oil to help heal the wounds. But all of this takes time, and sometimes when we're going through difficulties, we can get disheartened. But God will eventually bring us into green pastures and by quiet waters. So we just need to give him time, and in the meantime he will comfort us. He will give us the strength to get through whatever it is that we're dealing with. Now, some people have said to me, if God can create something as beautiful as this, if his intelligence, which is so clear in creation, is so evident, then he can stop the wickedness, which of course he can, and he will do, which we need to keep hold of. We need to keep hold of that hope, because those scars will be healed in the next world. But why does God allow the wickedness now? Why does he allow children to be abused? Well, I'm going to have to think about this. I don't know that I have all the answers because, of course, I'm not in God's shoes. But I will try to find some answers. It's not going to be easy. Sin and death are horrible things, and it's never going to be a good thing, whatever happens. But I'm going to leave you with this peaceful scene for the moment. God will give us comfort just until the next world comes, at the very least. But thank you for watching this anyway. Take care now.